Let's talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is March the 19th, 2020. We are going to be doing AEW's results because, yes, AEW did had a live event last night. We just don't know what's going to happen on the other couple weeks because they've been talking about the next time on Dynamite. They didn't say next week, so I think they're trying to do see what happens next week. Is it worse? Is the world worse or anything like that? I think they will tell you if they cancel the show, the Blood and Guts show, stuff like that. So I'm just telling you that now. And there's an update of WrestleMania. There's an update. So what I read is that it's going to be a 2-night WrestleMania. At April 4th, on Saturday, is going to be the first part of WrestleMania. And on April 5th, usually it's supposed to be on April 5th, the whole show, but it's going to be on Saturday and Sunday. The 4th and the 5th of April, it's going to be a 2-night WrestleMania. I think it's going to be a little interesting. And ladies and gentlemen, if you guys didn't read, it's not only going to be in the Performance Center. They said there's going to be multiple locations. I guess they're looking at some locations to have WrestleMania. That's what I'm guessing. But it's still going to be an empty arena WrestleMania. But it's going to be, maybe it could be a bigger stage. Because people have been saying, how about we want to see the logo? We want to see the lights. Maybe the pyro. But I don't think they're going to change the fans thing, because I don't think the world's going to calm down for a while. So, if there's any more updates for this week and next week, I will tell you guys the updates. But that's the only update I have. And there's a host of that Rob guy that's supposed to be coming on SmackDown tomorrow night. I forgot his last name. But that Rob guy that's supposed to sign with WWE is going to be here on SmackDown and talk about him hosting WrestleMania. We always have to have a host on WrestleMania. It doesn't matter this world ending. The world's not ending, okay, guys? But, I want to just take what everybody else says. The world ending crisis, we still need a host of WrestleMania. There's some people that actually loves wrestling and will fight for wrestling. It doesn't matter what happens. That's what I think. But ladies and gentlemen, before we get to AEW, I'm talking to myself mostly. I just want to thank, I don't know if anyone of the promotions will be watching this video, but I want to thank every single boss that is making the big decision to make wrestling happen during all this craziness. All this craziness. I want to thank whoever's the boss of AEW. I want to say Cody Rhodes, but I don't know if he's making all the big decisions to cancel or to make the shows happen. But if it's Cody Rhodes, I want to say thank you to Cody by making this happen, by entertaining us, by trying to make live TV. I know it's not hard. It is hard to have no fans in the arena. I know it's hard. But I want to thank him, and I'm grateful that he's doing this. And I want to thank Vince McMahon. I guess he's making the big decisions, or Triple H. Somebody's making the big decisions on WWE. I want to thank them having Raw and SmackDown still on to entertain the fans. Entertain me, because I don't have a problem with this thing. I've seen a lot of comments. People have been complaining like a big baby. But right now, for me, I don't mind it. Wrestling is wrestling. Matches is matches. I want to see matches. So that's what I want to see. I don't care if there's fans or no fans in the audience. There is fans watching on TV that would love to watch wrestling. There's still audience. It's just not the audience that they want, because, well, they do want them. It's just they want to fight in a live crowd. It's hard for them. But I want to thank Vince and Triple H, whoever's the boss of Impact Wrestling. I want to say thanks to them because they had a good wrestling matches for Impact Wrestling as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank to every single person that is still hosting live events, live TV, still on. I want to say thank you. You guys don't have to do this, but you're doing it because you love your business and you love the fans. I want to say thank you. I'm grateful. Let's get to AEW because, ladies and gentlemen, AEW was good. We found 2 debuts. We saw 2 debuts on AEW. 2 former WWE superstars made their debuts in AEW. We found who's the exalted one. And we found out the last member of the Blood and Guts to team up with the Elites. With Cody, Matt Jackson, Kenny Omega, and Hangman Adam Page to versus the Inner Circle. Let's get to it. So, first things first, we have the Lucha Bros versus Best Friends. It was a pretty decent match, guys. The crowd was not former wrestlers, but wrestlers was in the crowd. They were acting like they're the fans. There was a lot of them, like holy moly. But on this side, there was faces, like the babyface, the good guys, and the other side we had heels. We had MJF, Lance Archer, Shawn Spears, Jake the Snake Roberts on the heels, and then on the face we had SCU, Joey Janela, Sonny Kiss, people like that, and Colt Cabana. But this match was pretty decent. It was pretty good. And the commentary, it looks like all 3 commentary was there, but Tony Schiavone wasn't on the commentary. He was the interviewer. He was the interviewer guy that asked questions. So, ladies and gentlemen, it wasn't a bad show, but this was not a bad match. It was pretty decent. We saw high flying. We saw everything. We saw Orange Cassidy jumping off the stage. But, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match is the Lucha Bros because of a low blow and then that finishing package power driver stomp onto I think it was Trent, and that's how they won. Lucha Bros get the win. But next on Dynamite, we don't know if it's going to happen next week. We don't know when it's going to happen. But ladies and gentlemen, next on Dynamite, we're going to see a parking lot brawl or street fight, whatever you want to call it. It's Lucha Bros or the Death Triangle versus the Best Friends in a parking lot brawl. Speaking of the beginning we had Cody Rhodes talking about everything that's happening, the empty arena stuff, and all of this stuff. He wants Matt Jackson and Hangman stop bickering and stop complaining and all this stuff. And ladies and gentlemen, they all agreed that they're going to have this show. They're going to try and make a good show for everybody else at home that's watching on TV. Then we had a Fatal 4-Way women's match. We have Shida versus Rihu versus Ford. I can't say her first name. And we versus Chris Stanlander. It was a pretty decent match. Kip Sabian got his butt kicked by the women and all this stuff. And ladies and gentlemen, it was a pretty good match. There was some little botches. Some of it was hard. At least there's no fans say, "You screwed up. You screwed up." That's a pretty good thing, right? But the winner of that match was Shida, because I guess she's like the #1 contender to the women's title. So she gets the win. And then we had an interview with Colt Cabana. Tony Schiavone was saying words, and then he said Ford lost the match because she was talking to her boyfriend. Kip Sabian has something to say. He came up to him, and then I guess he wanted to fight. He was pushing Colt Cabana, and Colt Cabana just slapped him in the face. And then he walked away with his girlfriend. Kip Sabian did. And then we had the Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus versus Butcher and the Blade. It wasn't a bad match either. Pretty decent. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed Jungle Boy is awesome, and Luchasaurus as well. This match was great. I enjoyed it. But the winner of that match was because of MJF wanted to shut his mouth up while he's in the fans, and he made the Butcher and the Blade lose. I guess the money that MJF gave to the Blade, I think he hasn't given it back, right? Because he lost. Because MJF won't stop gambling every match. Oh boy. But Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus gets the win, and then we have the Inner Circle versus the Elites. And ladies and gentlemen, with the Elites, we have, it was a pretty decent match, but of course they had to cheat themselves in the win. The Inner Circle gets the win, and they get the advantage in the Blood and Guts next on Dynamite. I guess, when, it's like, War Games, the time goes out, and then, it will be 2-on-1, Inner Circle versus Elite. But, ladies and gentlemen, we heard that Elite has less guys now because what happened to Nick Jackson last week. But, ladies and gentlemen, Chris Jericho wanted to start talking and all this stuff, a lot of random stuff, and Sammy made a pass to Brandon Rose showing his abs, all that stuff. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we saw a drone flew right into the ring and land in the middle of the ring. Matt Jackson says, I made a phone call to an old friend of mine, and then we hear the piano. And guess what? Who made his Impact AEW debut? It was Broken Matt Hardy on the stands. I think this worked out very well because Matt Hardy loves his compound, and there's no fans in the compound. If you guys seen deletions on Impact Wrestling and WWE, there's no fans there. So I think that works very well for Matt Hardy. But we saw Matt Hardy doing the deletes and acting weird. I guess he's broken again. Oh, that's awesome. And now let's talk about the assaulted one. The Dark Order's boss. Well, I thought we were supposed to see a match with Christopher Daniels against Stu or Uno. I guess that didn't happen. But they said a lot of words, and they want to bring out the assaulted one. But SAU cut them off. And saying stop lying and all this stuff and blah, blah, blah. And then a video package came on. And showed the Exalted One on that video package and saying all this stuff, calling Christopher Daniels old. He takes off his hood off that video, and guess who it was? Brody Lee, a.k.a. Luke Harper, is on AEW as the boss of the Dark Order. And then the lights went out, and then pop up. The Assaulted One was behind Christopher Daniels and Kazarian in the ring. And then the Assaulted One beat up Christopher Daniels and then a distance clothesline. And ladies and gentlemen, those are the two newcomers into AEW. Now, both parties are in two big companies. So I got a game for you guys. Because they're still making these shows happen, right? They're still making the shows happen. So I got a question for you guys. It's like a little game against the two Hardys. Who in the world is going to have more success in their companies that they're in? Will it be Matt Hardy on AEW? Will you win the first title? Or will Jeff Hardy? Will Jeff Hardy win a title before Matt Hardy wins a title in AEW? That's a question to be answered. I want to see what happens. I'm going to be watching. I'm hoping there's AEW next week. I do want to see Blood and Guts. I really hope there is AEW next week. But we know there's going to be a SmackDown this week. So, ladies and gentlemen, if there's no AEW next week and there's still NXT doing the talking, might not be no video on that Thursday. Next Thursday. I'm sorry to say it. I might have to be canceling whatever they cancel, and I had to cancel my videos because I already canceled NXT already because there's no matches. I normally do my videos because of matches and crazy stuff that happens on WWE or AEW. But if there's no AEW and NXT is just talking and telling people about WrestleMania, I'm not going to do that. Because you already guys have that talking already. You guys can watch NXT on that, right? You guys go on the W Network. Or go on YouTube for it. So I'm not going to do that. So I will get you updated if I hear anything about AEW not having a show up next week or NXT not having any matches next week. I will tell you guys there's going to be no video next Thursday. So I don't know yet. So I'm not going to say there's no video yet. But I don't know if there's no video. Okay, guys? So we had to wait until next week. Or if they are definitely going to cancel AEW somewhere this weekend, I will tell you guys. I'm sorry to say it, but it has to happen because I'm not going to do talking video of NXT. That's not a good video for you guys. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I will see you guys Saturday for SmackDown. Let's see how good SmackDown is for this week. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for me today. Tyler is out. Bye-bye.